Now that Donald Trump is back in office as the 47th president of the United States, Hollywood has to ask itself, what are we going to do? What's going to happen the next 4 years? How are we going to move forward? How are we going to work with this administration, with this president, who, by the way, has shown that he can be a little vindictive? But more importantly, let's take a look at the fact that when Trump was elected president in 2016, he became, to borrow a term from the John Wick series, excommunicado. Remember, they loved him in Hollywood up until the time he came down that elevator in 2015 to announce that he was running for president of the United States. Now, the second go around, now that he's been elected for a second term as the 47th president of the United States, we're starting to see in some parts of Hollywood some softening, you can call it, some changes. You can even say the same thing for the tech industry. This is from the Hollywood Report, or no, this isn't from the Hollywood Reporter. This is from Variety. Hollywood is now ready to work with Trump. You didn't hear Biden talking about how to help us. This is from Tatiana Siegel and Matt Donnelly over at Variety. And I'm going to pick up this article right about, here we go. Tech oligarchs like Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Tim Cook are firmly atop the guest list for another 4 years of Trump, having proven their fealty on the rotunda at Monday's inauguration. Many in show business are wondering just how close Hollywood will cozy up to Trump in this new era. Talent who pledged early support have been put through the social media ringer. American Idol star Carrie Underwood was photoshopped into a KKK robe by one ex-user after she confirmed she would perform at the inauguration. Sylvester Stallone, Mel Gibson, and Jon Voight were mocked and eye-rolled by showbiz insiders when Trump announced this month that they would serve as his envoys to the entertainment industry. See, what Trump wants to do is he wants to bring back a golden age of Hollywood. And from what I can tell, that golden age of Hollywood is basically getting back to meritocracy, merit, not about the color of someone's skin, not about their ethnicity. Basically, what he's doing in the federal government right now, I think he would like to see happen in Hollywood, which is get rid of DEI and the woke nonsense. But that's my opinion. For some, a return to 2020 before COVID, strikes, and devastating wildfires crippled Hollywood's limping economy would be welcome, even if it meant enduring Trump's drive-by attacks on the industry. Members of the industry's most left-wing contingent, the unions, are privately expressing hope that the president's planned tariffs on imports may cover runaway production. Runaway production. Oh, you mean like Captain America 4, Brave New World? You know, it comes out in a couple weeks, the Captain America movie that does not have Captain America in it. Steve Rogers is Captain America, by the way. Thus creating a greater incentive to film in hard-hit suburbs like Los Angeles and Atlanta. One prolific indie film producer says he doesn't care for Trump's politics, but admits it is refreshing to hear the office of the president focus on how we can get the movie business back on track and back in Los Angeles. In other words, let's bring some of this stuff back to the United States. Just a thought. But there are others in Hollywood who, I don't know, they just can't get out of their own way. They can't get out of their echo chambers, especially the ones that have left X because they don't like other opinions that they disagree with because they think that everybody should think like them and be like them. Instead, they've all gone over to Blue Sky, which is nothing more than a left-wing echo chamber full of, we'll just say, not so savory stuff. I'm trying to be politically correct and trying to be a little bit PG here, folks. Hollywood celebrities were inconsolable as President Donald Trump was officially sworn in Monday for his second term in the White House, with stars expressing a wide spectrum of negative emotions, including rage, bitterness, snark, and despair. America's criminal presidency has begun. That was from John Cryer, former star of 2.5 Men. Nothing to celebrate, it's sickening. That was from actress Mia Farrow. Donald Trump assumes the presidency today. Maybe he could show some class and stop selling branded merchandise. That was from Barbara Streisand. Symbolic protest is better than none at all. That was from Mark Hamill. He, by the way, said he was going to go on a media fast that he broke himself 8 hours later. You know. Let's see what else we got here. As Breitbart noted or reported, President Trump took the oath of office Monday's swearing-in ceremony in the Capitol Rotunda, promising to restore the golden age of the United States. He promised to reverse the Biden administration's many ruinous policies, including open borders, spending billions of taxpayer dollars on foreign wars, while ordinary American citizens struggle to make ends meet. And this is where we get to those same stars I just mentioned, mounting a resistance over a blue sky. So I read John Cryer's, I read Barbara Streisand, Stephen King. That Biden should have to issue preemptive pardons for men and women who defended the Constitution is a sad comment on Trump's vengeful nature. Stephen, you got that wrong, by the way. He issued preemptive pardons because he was protecting people's asses. Like Anthony Fauci. Like Liz Cheney. Like Mark Milley. Judd Apatow. It's only the beginning. Showing, of course, the images of a German soldier around the time of World War II doing a salute. And, of course, comparing Elon Musk to those same German soldiers, which has been since debunked numerous times. Then we have Mia Farrow, a convicted felon who assaulted women, did all he could to overthrow our 2020 elections, lied that he won, stole our country's nuclear secrets, lied about that, and showed them to foreign billionaires. Nothing to celebrate, it's sickening. Oh, these people, they just can't get out of their own way. Here's Wendell Pierce, which I like Wendell Pierce as an actor, but this is just... tomorrow, President Trump takes office at 12 noon. A convicted felon who led a violent insurrection to overthrow the American government, where law enforcement was attacked and people lost their lives. Only one person lost their life that day. That was Ashley Babbitt. They just keep perpetrating and spinning the same lie over and over again, hoping that it becomes truth. He will immediately pardon many who were convicted of crimes on January 6th. I will not participate in revisionist history. A criminal president who led a criminal insurrection to overthrow the American government will complete his journey to regain power in the presidency. We lost an election. We did not lose our principles. That's funny because when the left talks about principles, they usually don't have principles. But we should be concerned as President Trump, who led a criminal conspiracy 4 years ago, takes over the most powerful office in the world. Be vigilant in protection of our institutions. Practice radical self-care. Radical self-care. What's that? Exercise your right to self-determination. To those marginalized communities, the social justice movement of the 21st century is economic development. Build your wealth and health, wealth of knowledge, and your economic wealth. Make quiet money. Those who do not have our best interests at heart will be focused on disrupting any acts of self-reliance, discipline, or freedom. Or discipline is freedom. So yeah, there you have Wendell Pierce. Christopher Maloney, famous for Law and Order SVU. The Insurrectionist Muses. And then Michael Ian Black. So far, I'm neither shocked nor now awed. I am, however, very sad. And then Kumail Nanjiani claimed the Trump administration is seeking to take power away from the expert class. The main project right now is a coordinated effort to take power away from people with expertise. Discounting the word of scientists, experts, and a rise of AI are all part of the same plan to strip power from people who are good at their jobs and centralize it up the chain. Then they control us, he wrote. So that's some of the spin out of Hollywood. Now, in this article from Vulture, I want to focus on this right here. This talks about, Trump being vindictive, going after Disney, Bob Iger, blah, 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 blah. But what I want to focus on is this. Now, with the arrival of the 45th president's re-inauguration as POTUS 47, most movie business insiders are hunched in a crash position alongside Disney executives after facing a pandemic and twin Hollywood strikes. The inhabitants of the 30-mile zone now sweeping changes coming. Even if the precise shape and scope is uncertain, sources I consulted, ranging from studio executives to hit-making producers and high-level talent managers, as well as on-set crew members, most of whom spoke on condition of anonymity, predict Hollywood will generally become more self-censoring and less capable of critiquing the current political moment, if not less influential overall. Now, this is the really important part. Hollywood doesn't matter as much as it thinks it matters, says a talent manager with A-list clients. Yeah, that's right. Hollywood doesn't matter. Because look at all the celebrities that came out in support of Kamala Harris. And people said, nah, we're not buying what you're selling. That's why Trump won the popular vote, won the Electoral College, and has a mandate to do the things that he's doing now. You had the biggest stars in Hollywood support Kamala Harris. She couldn't have drawn more powerful advocates, and it didn't move the needle. What does that tell you? Well, that tells me that people can give two shits what stars in Hollywood have to say as it pertains to voting for President of the United States. Now, the way this this journalist answers that question is, it's unsettling because the people and things you hold in high esteem don't drive the culture. As much as I love movies, they aren't the driver anymore. They never were the driver. They never were the driver. Think of that for a second. The movement away from woke was already in motion even before Trump got reelected, says a blockbuster producer who points to two of the three movies in the last Star Wars trilogy, Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, and several recent Marvel movies, Eternals, The Marvels, all of which underperformed at the box office, backdropped by a din of fanboy complaints about forced diversity. In other words, DEI. We've been seeing the departure of executives at studios that had been hired to promote DEI in film and TV. Hollywood had swung too far left over the past few years, and there was bound to be a reckoning. So there you have it. That's what's going on in Hollywood right now. They're trying to figure out how they're going to move forward with Trump in office the next 4 years. Of course, it's going to be management is going to go in one direction from what I'm seeing here and what I've just read off to you guys, whereas talent is sticking to their guns, going in another direction. Ultimately, it's going to be who's going to win out. Is it going to be management or talent? Because it sounds like management's willing to work with Trump, whereas talent still hates his guts. So what do you think about all this? What do you think is going to happen here? I think you're going to continue to see a decentralization of Hollywood. You're going to see big time stars that want to get out of the the cesspool that is Hollywood. You're going to see the more people like Zachary Levi, Mark Wahlberg, Sylvester Stallone, Mel Gibson. They're going to get out and do their own thing. They're going to create their own production companies. And Hollywood's going to become, hopefully, and it's going to take some time, but hopefully Hollywood's going to become a shell of its former self. That Hollywood is not going to be the end-all be-all. Hollywood's not going to be the center of the entertainment universe. So comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. While you're at it, please take the time to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you for watching. And with that, I will see you guys later.